So which newsreader refuses to wear a poppy on air? The answer is Jon Snow.
That's right, Jon Snow from Channel 4 News refuses to wear a poppy on air, but he does when he's off air. And his reasoning is he doesn't approve of newsreaders showing their support for causes while broadcasting. Let's see what you think of this. Poppy fascism. Do you wear yours because you want to, or because you're frightened of being pulled up by the poppy police if you don't? We're supposed to wear poppies to remember those who died so that we may be free. And yet, a number of poppy fascists out there would deny others the freedom to decide whether or not to support the annual appeal. Now, we've had all kinds of emails on the subject over the last couple of weeks. People angrily criticising us for wearing poppies like makeup, an accessory pinned on without passion or commitment, some people have written. For wearing poppies with a leaf not pointing to 11. For women wearing them on the left, not on the right. For pinning them on too early. And it's not just here where we're feeling the pressure to conform to some unwritten stereotype. There are drinkers in Kent who've boycotted their local because the landlady refused to sell poppies on the bar, saying it's unfair to favour one good cause above another. It was the same for libraries in Derbyshire, although they've now been forced to reverse a decision not to stock poppies following an outcry from locals. While the stars on Strictly have come under attack after BBC bosses discouraged them from wearing poppies, saying they weren't really practical while dancing. And only yesterday, someone remarked about my lack of a poppy as I walked the streets of London. I'm sorry, what business is it of theirs? If Hitler had won the war, we would have brown shirts on the streets bullying anyone who didn't wear, I don't know, a swastika, if that's what was required. But he didn't. Millions gave their lives for our freedom to choose. Now, if I take my poppy off and leave it on the desk, right, does that mean I'm less supportive of the cause? No. What if I put money in the box and choose not to take a non-biodegradable plastic poppy? Is that a slur on those who died? I'd like to think not. You know, I admire wealthy people who make big donations to charity quietly, discreetly, without seeking recognition from others. So, David, I don't know, I mean, there is almost an obligation on people to wear a poppy, and I'm finding it this year in particular. I'm guessing it's maybe because we're in conflict.
Well, I think it's because we're in conflict and there's lots of our soldiers in a war zone at the moment. So, but I think, you know, the important thing to remember is that you're not wearing it to say that you support being in Afghanistan or in Iraq or in anywhere else. You're wearing it as a mark of respect and thanks to all our soldiers that have died in numerous wars over the years so that we might be free. And personally, I'm very, very happy to wear that poppy. I also think that, as with everything else, it's crucial that we have freedom of choice, freedom of expression, and should we wish to wear a poppy or a lifeboat or an AIDS ribbon or anything, we should. I quite often donate to a charity such as a lifeboat and say, I don't want the sticky thing on my lapel, because I just don't, but I want to put the money in.
Me too.
So, should we have freedom of choice? Absolutely. Am I happy to wear my poppy and say thank you very much for serving so that I might be free? Absolutely.
OK.
Yeah. Hear, hear.
No. The beef I have with it is the people who've taken it upon themselves to lecture others about what they should or shouldn't do with their charitable donations. That's the people I have.
But the problem is with this country at the moment, there's too many people telling us what we should say, what we shouldn't say, what's PC, what's not, what we should wear, what we shouldn't wear. Do what you want to do and say what you want to say. That's what I think.
Well, and suffer the... I mean, frankly, some of the emails we've had, which is why we're doing it today, I would say bordered on abuse. I mean, they were verbal abuse. You know, I wouldn't take it from a friend, the kind of comments that were coming through, but I take it from the viewers because I guess we have to. I'm just so disappointed that people feel they have a right to lecture people like that.
Well, I mean, lots of people do, don't they? And that's human nature. They always, you know, programmes like this, you know, you're encouraging people to give their opinion and their view, so you're going to get all these emails. But as far as the poppy's concerned, you know, my granddad's 92, and he saved an awful lot of people during World War II. He dismantled the bomb on a railway line, and the train full of troops were coming through. He went off on his own very bravely and took some pins out, saved all these people. And now I wear my poppy very, very proudly, and I think that anybody who says, you know, I feel that, you know, bullied into I feel bullied into wearing a poppy, I think, Shame on you. I'm sorry. We should wear a poppy. We should be remembering our troops. We should be remembering, you know,
but
people...
you're starting to sound like a fascist.
No, I'm not.
What we should do, you should do this.
You've had your say, let me have mine. At the end of the day, it's very, very important...
Good in a brown shirt.
Shush. It's very important that we remember, you know, if it wasn't, and I know you said it, if it wasn't for, you know, people like my granddad and all these people, we wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't be the people that we are today. If we start questioning the poppy, then, like everything else...
Not questioning the poppy.
No, you're questioning the people that say, you must wear it, you must wear it.
Yeah.
Just smile and say, OK, I'm going to wear it, what the heck? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day...
It does, because I think a poppy worn by someone who doesn't care is a slur. It's nothing. It's meaningless.
How do you know who cares and who doesn't?
Well, it's in people's hearts, isn't it? If you put a poppy on just to keep other people happy because you don't really care.
But also, if you're showing a poppy, you're also teaching our children. A lot of young children will go, what's that? What does that mean?
Yeah.
And you're not doing it. If we stop wearing the poppy,
but hang on. If a child also says, everyone's wearing a poppy but you're not, can you not then reply, because the people that gave their lives, that we remember with our poppies, fought for the freedom to choose. I'm choosing today not to wear a poppy. I have 100 at home. I've given...
That's absolutely fine.
Right.
That's absolutely fine. And to a certain
It's been called up in the street. Why aren't you wearing your poppy?
Well, then, so actually, I am wearing one, but
So
it's
Matthew,
on my undergarments.
Why do you wear a poppy, then?
I wear a poppy for exactly the same reasons that Yvette said. My granddad was also involved in the war, although, interestingly, he was an LRDG, very rarely wore a poppy. I guess, you know, they're not necessarily the most important things to everybody.
But it matters to you to show that you support.
It matters to show it, but... What I object to is feeling bad or being made to feel bad if I choose not to wear it for a day, or I put on a jacket that doesn't have my poppy on it.
That shouldn't affect you. I mean, it's...
But it does when people are shouting at you in the street, where's your poppy?
Well, just let it go straight over your head.
Exactly.
Rise above it and say, this is a deeply personal decision of mine.
Hang on a minute, I don't feel I have to explain myself.
No, well, you don't have
all.
to, but to yourself.
Business.
The trouble with the poppy is it's been politicised, so I think a lot of people are linking it to the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. And I could totally concur with what David said. It's not about that. It's about remembering, paying respect to people in any war.
Just one, it's a sidebar to it. We mentioned it in my introduction. I agree with the librarians and the publicans who feel that they felt that it would be unfair to promote one charitable appeal above another, that if they're going to have poppies on the bar, they'll have to have Save the Lifeboat, Save the Whale, Save the Planet, Save Jonathan and Edward.
Poppies only collect once a year,
whereas most appeals will have an annual push.
They'll have a day, but you can also wear them throughout the year, whereas poppies, I think, are slightly different because it is November.
Can I just also say, for me personally, I think as our country, especially now with this Lisbon Treaty being signed and everything, we have to hold on to everything that is dear to our country. You know, as far as I'm concerned, where's the great and Great Britain gone? And we're losing everything, and it makes me really upset. We're losing our identity slowly but surely. And so hold on to the poppy, for God's sake, hold on to that. You know, it's really sad, and I urge everyone, you've got to wear your poppy. Wear your poppy with pride.
OK. Let's throw it open to you. Poppy fascists, what do people say, Kirsty?
First, we've got David, and he's on line 1.